Hello everyone and welcome back to Chapter 10 focused on final intonation. Here we're looking at the difference between partial and full falling intonation. Partial fall versus full fall. How do you know if the speaker is continuing to speak? How do you know if the speaker has probably finished speaking? There's a pattern that we can deduce based on the use of partial falling intonation, meaning partial meaning not complete, not full, 50% if you will, partial falling intonation versus full or complete falling intonation. Listen to CD2 track 88 and listen to the difference between partial and full falling intonation. Let's give it a listen.
Partial fall versus full fall. Page 98.
Her biggest concern is that her neighbor's dog is so big and friendly that he might hurt her children.
She's giving a little bit of an exclamation here at the very end, that he might hurt her children. Kind of hard to hear the full falling there. I'm going to repeat it again. Rather with the exclamation or the surprise there, which we actually looked at in the previous chapter, we tend to have rising intonation there at the very end. So let me do it a different way to better articulate the difference here. Her biggest concern is that her neighbor's dog is so big and friendly that he might hurt her children. Biggest concern, neighbor's dog, friendly, children. If you look at those focus words, partial fall, not complete, concern, dog, friendly, if anything, you kind of have a little bit of rising intonation there at the very end, right? Children. This is a statement. These are thought groups. What pattern do you see in terms of intonation between thought groups? The pattern we can deduce is that a partial fall connects thought groups within sentences. Partial fall connects thought groups in sentences, and it indicates that a speaker is not finished, right? That they want to continue to speak. We looked at this at the very beginning of the chapter when we did the practice exercise 2, if I'm not mistaken, correct? Right? We were looking at this in exercise 2 at the very beginning of the chapter. When we didn't have falling intonation, it was an indication that the person hasn't finished speaking yet, right? If you remember that. Sorry for all the scrolling. So, partial fall of intonation indicates that we're connecting thought groups and that the speaker wants to continue. A full fall, complete fall of intonation indicates that the speaker is through. So if you'd like to practice this, this isn't an assignment that you need to complete, but you can listen to CD2 track 89 and determine for yourself, is this just the end of one thought group and the continuation of another? Well, that would be a partial fall, correct? Is it the end of a sentence? The end of a completed sentence? Well, then we'd have a full falling intonation. Let's give CD2 track 89 a listen and see if you can determine whether it's complete or incomplete. Complete meaning full falling intonation, incomplete meaning partial intonation. And there's no punctuation, because if there were punctuation, it would be easier to tell, right? We're just focusing on the speaking component right now. Okay, track 89, here we go.
Exercise 8A, page 98.
1. I'd like a grilled cheese sandwich.
2. Her sister's really nice.
3. I speak Spanish.
4. Take 2 aspirin.
5. I requested an extension.
Her sister's really nice. Her sister's really nice. Incomplete. I speak Spanish. Spanish. Full. Complete. Take 2 aspirin. Take 2 aspirin. It's kind of in the middle, right? Partial. Incomplete. I requested an extension. Extension. Notice falling intonation there. Complete at the very end.